Okay, well, hey there, ladies and gentlemen. How is everybody this evening? It's Saturday night, and Saturday night's all right for fighting. Isn't that what Elton John said? I thought so. Well, tonight we're back with another video. How's everybody's weekend going? Here we are, it's June 13th. Here in Michigan today, the weather was only about 64, 65 degrees, very comfortable. I don't like it hot, and I was able to trim more of my hedges. Didn't break any kind of a sweat. Normally I sweat like a pig. Tonight's video, we're going to use the Gillette. Not the Gillette. This is called the Dark Stag Safety Razor. My first shave with a safety razor. I've been wanting to do a safety razor shave now for quite some time. And I probably wouldn't have actually bought a safety razor except that my mom, who again, as I told you, works at Sally Beauty Supply Company, was able to get me a safety razor for quite cheap. Unfortunately, it was a batteries not included toy. Didn't sell any blades with it. So I got some Day-Logic, which is Rite Aid brand blades at Rite Aid. I think for $7 something out the door, got 15 blades. So we're going to give it a shot. Take a few minutes, lather up, get some background music, and we'll come back and get into the shave. Okay, the prep work's all done. Beard should be set up and ready to go. Tonight's products of pre-shave prep were Vanderhagen pre-shave oil and Cremo sandalwood shave cream. I wanted to give as much protection as I could because safety razors tend to be sharper. Background music, if you can hear it, is Van Halen. The song is Jump. We're going to make gentle strokes. Jury's out on how many exact passes we'll make. Just see me standing here, I got back against a record machine. And, you know, I gotta tell you, I feel pretty good about myself for using a safety razor. There are some real great benefits to using a double-edged safety razor over that of a cartridge razor. The first immediate benefit I can think of is cost. You know, the handle definitely going to be more expensive, but not all of them are exceptionally expensive. You can get some for quite cheap, and you know, this handle was only $17, which is not a hell of a lot more than you're going to pay for a lot of cartridge razors out the door. And you know what? You know, the handle will last a lifetime on these, as opposed to that of the handle of the cartridge razors. The blades, they may not last a ton longer than that of a cartridge razor blade. They should. They'll definitely get a better shave. They'll definitely shave much closer because it's only one blade. You don't need several. And you can get these cartridges for, or these blades for literally cents per piece. I'm not kidding. They're extremely inexpensive depending on which kinds you get. They do require a little bit more technique than that of a safety or a cartridge razor. Not as much as a straight razor, and I'll never use a straight razor just because I don't trust myself with one. And I don't think I ever would. You know, we still got a fair amount of sandpaper, but we're gonna pause real quick to lather up for round two. Pass number 2, we're lathered up and ready. Does a very good job. Now, this one doesn't have like an aggressiveness setting per se, like some of the cartridge razors or the safety razors do. It just allows me to loosen the blade to allow the blade to be more closely exposed to the skin to cut more closely. You do have to worry about how much pressure you use with one of these, as opposed to, you know, one of the benefits of a cartridge razor is you can use all the sustained pressure you want. You can push it as close to your face as you want. It's probably a good thing that this is the razor that I started out with, just because of the fact that it's a mild razor, and it's really made for beginning safety razor users and not experts who've been shaving with a safety razor for a really long time. You're less likely to cut yourself if you're a less experienced user. And I did get a nick on my mustache, which I could have literally expected a little bit, since I'm using this thing for the very first time ever. And I can feel that my technique is not there to the degree of which I see from users on here, like Ken Surfs is one of the wet shavers, as they call them on YouTube, that I really love. Sinatra Lennon, that's my go-to guy for wet shaving on here. And I'm probably going to be more like you, Sinatra Lennon. I'm probably going to stick more with stuff like Barbasol, that's time-tested and works good enough. I might not become a wet shave snob who goes to strictly brushes and mugs and everything like that to the exclusion of, becomes too good to use canned foam shaving cream. But I think I'll keep using it. I think I'll most likely keep using a safety razor because it just seems more viable. I just see myself getting a lot better shave and saving a lot more money with one of these than I ever could with any kind of cartridge razor. Like I said, I'm not trying to become an elitist. I'm just looking to save some money. And I realize it can be done with a more time-tested product than that of something that's great looking. Everybody have themselves a great night.